Hi everyone. Hi Sandy, how are you? How is everyone doing this week? Hi Star Seeker, how are you doing? Hi Vida. How's your day so far, guys? Is anyone celebrating the Happy Women's Day today? Thank you. And Happy Women's Day to each one of you. It's so good to have that day to be recognized and also honor those women who have come before us and have paved the path for us to make it easier, isn't it? Lovely. Nice walk with your friend. That's great. Hi, Julie. Anything interesting, guys, so far that you found? Oh, this is a great moment that I had in the day that you're grateful for. Even watching the sunrise this morning. We had a beautiful sunrise, and then it was the rain. It was so beautiful. Wildlife on your walk. That's amazing. It's amazing. All right. Okay. So we'll just slowly ease into the topic. So I wanted to have these series that we started last week as well, the benefits of Reiki. And for the next 5 Tuesday mornings, same time, I'm going to have the Reiki principles shared of what I have learned with it. And also, after a little bit of a talk, we'll be doing the distance healing. So you get the benefit on the topic and also be able to receive the healing. So just makes it like a overall a shift or even like a thought process to be released. Yeah. Sometimes the thoughts will click for us. What are that we are holding up to that we need to release by even listening? And in that listening, when you receive that healing, you will see the new shift and new energy coming into. So here, so today is about the Reiki principle. Just for today, do not worry. And has anyone here has done any Reiki workshops, level 1, 2, 3? Are you all beginners? I know some of you have been receiving Reiki healing, but just on the learning, has anyone done any workshops? Do type in like, yeah. All right, okay. So because these are the 5 principles that the Reiki energy healing has been developed with. It's a healing that we do with our palms or with the mind intentions. or remotely, but also there is the 5 principles that Dr. Mika Usai, who has rediscovered Reiki in 1845 or something, and where he's brought up to us. Yeah. Um, so with that, the one of the things that has shifted for me is not only me able to do the healing to myself or to others, but these concepts help me to shift how I was training my head in terms of what are the packages that we carry, the emotional baggages that we need to release it. Yeah. So with that, just for today, do not worry is the one concept. Some people say, hey, do not worry is such a hard thing. But the beauty about the Reiki principles is it's all broken down into just for today, not as a whole thing that, hey, I'm going to be a person who is not never going to worry. That's not going to happen, because we are having a life here on earth, and living with the society, it's impossible. Let's be honest with that. But you can wake up every day and say to yourself, just for today, I'm not going to worry. That is achievable. And when I began my journey at 29, I was having month's baby and a toddler and a full-time job. And when I heard this, that's impossible. And I also was grown with parents who are warriors. My dad is a warrior. And I do hear a lot of people saying, oh, chronic worry happens in our family. Or I have only known like worry is a thing we have to be doing, right? But actually, it's not, is what I realized after listening to this concept of it. Yeah. So even just by saying it now, just for this moment, as you're listening to, just for today, do not worry. Hold that thought and just feel how it comes to you. Do you feel expansive about it, or do you feel panicky about it? And think about, what are our worries? Usually our worries are about the future that hasn't happened, or that we are projecting to happen and we are planning for it. And it may not even happen. Like 2020 didn't happen to any of our plans, for all the living beings, right, that had a conscious mind. We didn't plan for it, but we could adapt to it. We all made through it, and we are doing the best we could. So think about all those years that you have been worrying about. Year 2020, gone. It's no point, right? We don't even know what we were worrying about it, because at the end, nothing was happening to our plan. So here is a step back you're taking about writing it down, even thinking about what are your worries. It's easier to say for us all, because that's what we have been hearing. I'm a worrier. I have a lot of things to take care of and worry about. Taking care is one thing, and worrying about is another thing. I used to, like, if I get a call from school when the children were younger, I used to worry. Immediately is a panic, and the worst scenarios will be going through, like, maybe they are sick, like, or they had a fall, like, what do I need to do? But when I would be picking up the call, it was totally a different conversation they would be having about the payment, or the, like, the next plans to be done, something very different to any of my projected ideas there. And that made me realize those little things about that was happening about the future. The worry is there, but how about, before I pick the call, just for now, I'm not going to worry. And when I was picking up the call or reacting to situations, I was much calmer, and I was able to listen through it and make the action that was coming out in that intuitive mind, or the practical things, situations as well. So think about, how can you take this cloud away? The way we keep saying to ourselves, like, I need to stop worrying, I need to stop worrying, you still are projecting the worry word into it, and you're still bringing in. And when we say just for today, I'm not going to worry, or I release the thoughts of worry, you are releasing it out of your system and you're loosening up yourself. And with that, you are in expansion, or you are not holding yourself in a tight shell that you feel suffocated about it. Yeah. And the other things that do constantly put us in the worry is fear associated things where we don't have enough knowledge about things. We are fearful, and that's where we are doing. Like tomorrow, I don't even know. I have no knowledge about what tomorrow is going to bring me. And that's where I'm in a discomfort of it. And that is my worry about it. Yeah. But if you think, if today, the present moment, you can change anything, be in that beautiful moment that you are in control of, my next moment is going to be a ripple effect of it. So here, are you with me? So right now, when you are being in the present, I'm breathing, I'm taking care of myself right now. The next moment is going to be good too, right? Because you're extending what is true to yourself, not from others. And that is what is going to reflect into the next day or the days that are going to come out as well. So whatever you are thinking that we're not bringing a solution or a discomfort, it's all going to be ease, because your mind is calmer and you can make a better judgment, better plan with it. Yeah. Say, think about, like, if anyone hasn't been any of those situations, the last minute panic or anything, I'm sure you made it through. I'm sure you survived it through, because that moment of action that kicks into your system is already there. So even to prepare for it, the scenario will maybe never come in. And for me, I always do two things about my worries. I'm a writer, so I love to write things down. Say I feel like I'm overwhelmed with a lot of things that I need to do, I'm worrying about, like, the next things is make a plan of actions. So I'll write down what's in my head, what am I worrying about it. Say, for example, in September, when the kids were going back to the school, I was having this discomfort of worrying about, like, hey, vaccine, like, or the COVID or the mask and everything, all these situations. And then I said, I'm going to write it down. And now I'll do is, actually, when I wrote it down, it's like I was dumping out of my head right onto the paper. And it feels you have a lot when you write it down. It's only like 3 or 4 things you will be having. And out of them, ask yourself, is there anything I can do about it? Is there an action I can do about this worry? So for me, it was like, what are the things that I need to be taking care of for them to be going back into school? So I made an action plan for it. The other things was, can I control COVID? No, because it's the whole pandemic thing. On my own, I can't, but I can give them some strengths, immune boosters. I can give them some healing. Those are the things that I can control and I can support with it. And when you realize about your worry, each of it, the things that you can do, things you can't, you're out of it, you can surrender to it. And hoping and having the faith on yourself, onto the universe that you believe in, asking for the support and the guidance. And by that, you are shifting that hard energy into bite sizes and releasing it out. So this is where you will find the benefit out of it. Yeah. Worries are good to be prepared with, planning with, but the things that you can't control, it's absolutely not your thing. You can't do anything about it. So there is no point into even nudging yourself or making yourself hard on it. Yeah. Again, media is another big thing that I had to switch off. The more I was watching, because it was the norm to do it, growing up, seeing my dad watching, reading the newspaper in the morning, in the night, like, a couple of times through the day, like, watching constantly. And now he goes to bed after watching the television and he doesn't sleep well. So think about, like, it's not even about the news, but the tone, the music they use is the worst thing that triggers us into kind of energy that you're not feeling comfortable with yourself. your heart is racing higher, you feel like agitated, you're dreamy, you're half asleep, you're not able to relax back. The way when I switched off, I didn't know any better. I loved it, but when pandemic started, I started watching news and doing some artwork. And then I noticed actually there is a pattern that I grew up, I was growing into was sleepless nights. After a week, then I was mentioning to my partner, and we discussed and then he noticed that I was watching this news, um, not about the mainstream, but like still news that I was watching. And he said, why don't you stop that, read the articles, not listen to it, because that music was too loud, too hard. I felt discomfort with it. Did you notice it? I said, like, I didn't pay attention to it because I was engaging in my art at the time. So I said, like, let me notice it. And I stopped watching it for the next couple of days, and I started sleeping better. And that was a big change. And when I listened back afterwards, oh my God, that is so harsh on our energies. As I believe you all are light workers and empaths, and with our sensitive nature, you would be affected even with the slightest things. So do watch out. If there is anything, you can cut it out of your things. That's the reason, not to even watch our phones. So before going to sleep is advised, because the light rays is one thing. The other thing is, what are the news? It's sitting in your energetic field, even in your mind. Subconscious mind is thinking about it, trying to protect you, but it's unused. There is nothing you can do about it. There is no protection needed. So your neurons are in active mode, yeah, as like an attack is happening. So take a step back, and in that moment, before you go to bed, even say, just for today, I'm inviting peace, or just for today, I'm not going to be worrying about anything. And because you're handed over, you have written down what are the things that are the most important things you need to be doing, and you're just surrendering there. How is that? You guys able to do that? And have you tried I know some of you have already quit media, news, and everything. Don't you feel it's so good, so comfortable? Do you notice that yourself? And the mainstream news is never about meditation, yoga. You never ever hear that, right? That really annoys me. Is like, why can't they talk? Why do we have all these things? Why do we not have a main platform on it? So that's definitely like, yeah. And I feel we will never miss the news that we need to see. You will get it from different sources. Even on the social media, you will be getting through, or people will be talking, but you can choose. You have the right to choose how much you want to get into it, and that's so important for yourself. A person can hold the stamina of like watching the news for 10 hours. Another person can only do for 30 minutes, but you able to honor that. That's the most important thing here. And when our brain is with so much worry, like with all the constant thoughts, like the glitter here. So think about, where is your new ideas? Where is your creative thing coming in? What are you even investing on yourself? What can you even do about it? So there is absolutely no space for anything unless we quieten our mind. And here we can quieten our mind by breathing, by Reiki energy, and by your intention settings. So you can definitely do this. Yeah. And saying that, some of our parents, they are so used to it. I wouldn't be blaming them, but I will be showing them a path. Hey, you can try this. But again, it's up to the individual as well, how they can step out of their comfort that they have built for years to step into the new thing. So even with you guys, like if you have been doing something as a worrying constantly, or you call yourself as a chronic worrier, I wouldn't say, hey, you have to stop it right in a day. But I would say, whatever it was bringing you the peace, extend it further. For me, mindfulness was bringing peace, Reiki was bringing peace, art was bringing peace. So I was extending those slots for a longer time. So the worry angle was reducing. And slowly, then I found my trick about writing it down. That was it. Like, anytime I feel more than for 24 hours, too much overwhelmed or worry energy coming in, immediately I know, surrender to the paper. That's it. It will shift up. Like, and at least when I write it down, I'm emptying it up, like, and that is where my new ideas, new thoughts do come in, which is also interestingly very much linked because I do teach Reiki and Akashic records. A lot of people do say, like, hey, I'm not able to see through the information, or my intuition is not strong. I'm not able to visualize it. Just because we don't have any space here, sometimes the difficulty to allow the new energies to come in is harder as well. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't watched telly apart from Netflix for over 2 years and not on social media, never felt at peace. Oh, life, that's so apt. Like, again, with the things that you can control. Netflix, I can again control what I want to watch. Choice is mine. And the telly we can watch, but choose what you want to watch. I used to read a lot of books related to drama. At the time, it was the Irish authors' fiction books is what I was so much interested in reading. And in my train journeys to work as well, they helped me to give me a company. But after getting into Reiki, I realized I was consumed by the drama into it. And then I realized I already have so much in my life. I don't need more of it. And then I shifted my books or the interest slowly into self-help, motivating books, uplifting books, and more into audiobooks later on. So again, do notice, like, what you're being consumed. I do have totally good few friends who would be watching the soaps, and that keeps them happy. They can be okay with that, like, and totally respecting that. They are in a good place, they can control it, like, but not for me. Like, I would rather personally prefer stand-up comedy, or that brings so much humor, something lighthearted, with all the heaviness that is growing in. Yeah. So differentiate, know your strengths, and also think about change is harder, but slowly as we bring even 10 steps ahead, you are paving path for the next steps to go ahead, right? So initial days is super hard. So dedicate rather than not worry about time that is bringing you the peace. Convert it indirectly, so it's much easier. The more we say, like, oh, I'm a warrior, I shouldn't be doing it, like, how mean of me to do this, you're making it even harder yourself, and you're blaming yourself, and that's not going to be ease at all. Feel guilty not following the news because of all the suffering. Don't we need to recognize the suffering? Don't we need to help? Definitely, Jessica. I love that what you said. I felt it at the time as well when I was not watching the news, but I know what's happening. I'm not totally disconnected. I would see the headlines, like, I mean, like, headlines you can't miss so much if you are having a smartphone. Hands up, you can't miss the headlines. Now, there is so much of a distress happening. Think about what is that you can do. How are you recognizing it? You thinking about it? The world is going to end, like, not saying just you, but all of us, the world is going to end. I'm sure we are making it end in a different way, right? It's like all the energy is towards the same focus. But I shifted to change it into, what are the tools that I have got that I can help with? One is praying, meditating, sending the healing to any things that I feel drawn to or I heard about it. And also, is there a charity that we can do? Is there anything now think about, like, definitely with the hot topic being the Ukraine, what's happening there is we can do all this to them and support them through Airbnbs, Etsy, shoppers. These are the couple of things that I'm trying to do. And locally, what you can do as well, like, that may not be the main thing, but also locally, what can we do? I know a lot of people do the collection for the homeless people or for shelter as well, women's in shelter, make meals as well. That brings a joy to me. So see what are your resources. You are identifying your strengths and you're giving back. So that's the most important thing. The power of lighting and the healing and the prayer is so good, like, so stronger than anything. And it may sound like, oh, I'm not doing anything, but all of us together praying at some part of our day is getting into the collectiveness. Maybe that's the reason it's not too worse. Think about it, like, think about, like, a part of you is there, so you are resonating with it and you are healing the people. Maybe they don't know who the healing have been sent with, like, who is giving them, but their higher self know, it, and that's what it matters. Yeah. So try shift into that. Yeah, that really helped me. Now I don't feel guilty about it, but I feel like, hey, I'm doing my best. We are all doing our best. And consciously, I try not to put my energies into being into the negative things, or at least I try my best. Or if the world is sinking, let's not be in that sinking thing. I'm okay not to be part of the mainstream things. I'm okay to be taking, like, I have been called as a black sheep in the family. So I'm okay with that, to do the ways that feels peace to me. And I'm sure you guys are the same. If not, we wouldn't be here together on Insight Timer, right? There is some sort of a same wavelength that we all can understand each other. Yeah. I know what's going on in the world, but I don't torture myself about it. I pray more candles to send out there. That's amazing. Yeah, rising ourselves, each of us, and supporting each of us. That's the most important thing. I try and love a little harder during this time, take a little extra time to compliment someone or help someone out. I can't fly to Ukraine, help them what they want, but try to spread love. My neck of the woods. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, a couple of resources has been shared recently, which I'm loving to support, is just book the Airbnbs online. And so the Ukrainian guys will be getting some finance. Right now, finance is so hard for them. So by that, they're directly getting the finance, or through Etsy as well, like, do some digital downloads. So it's good, like, they don't need to worry about posting things and all. So do something, and every small amount matters, yeah, for them. So do your best, that's it. And think about, like, letting go of our worries is bringing healing to yourself. And when you're being healed, you are stronger inside out, and you are able to be there for others when they need you. Your own family needs you, or a bigger support system needs you into it. Yeah. Yes, when we step out of that grid, of that mass media, it is difficult. You feel alone, vulnerable, because you are doing something you haven't done, or you don't have many people to be looked into when we look at our circle of friends or the family. But when you do it, you'll notice others are following you as well, so which is the good thing. Like, yeah, again, whenever it suits them, they'll be coming around it. And think about, we are here in the present moment, and right now, being here together, guys, what can we do? Raise our vibration, raise our consciousness, learn great things, how to support each other, right? And when you do that, the next multiple of the moments are going to be in the same vibration you have raised, and you are sustaining at the same vibration for a longer time. So think about it. Yeah, always be focused back. And yes, it is difficult to be in the present moment all the time, but multiple times throughout the day we can do is by, when you're sipping your tea, like, feel the taste of it, be in the present moment, just feeling the energy of the water going into your body while you're drinking, while you're eating, or while you're walking. Feel the feet on the ground, like, check in, what color socks have you got in today? Like, it's only many times we do wear a mismatch of socks, and only sometimes we do recognize, hey, actually I got a mismatch. Like, we don't look down into your feet. So that's a good one, to actually look down into your feet, and be grounded. Yeah. Let me know if any one of you are wearing a mismatch of socks even right now. And the best thing is, you'll sleep better, and when you're awake in the morning, you are fresh. And when you wake up fresh, you automatically, it comes in, I'm going to have the best day today. And when you are in that frequency cycle of a change, So today is the best day. That's it. Everything today around you is happening as per you, and you're consciously enjoying it as well. Yeah. So that is the spin of what the just for today, do not worry has brought into you. So with this healing energy, I would love you to receive the healing for your crown energies and for your solar plexus chakra, if that's okay with you, or even you can set it in your intentions. Let this distance healing go into any place it needs to for me at this moment of time. So type in yes if you're ready for receiving the healing. To receive the healing, all you need to do is just lie in or sit comfortably and let even let the breath take place, and whatever your worries are, actually, if you have a journal handy, dump them. So you're out of it, like you're not thinking about it. Yeah. Hi, Maria. It was a wonderful discussion. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Sandy. I mean, it's so important for us to have these conversations. And also it's a reminder for me as well, like check in what's happening. This year, definitely, even though we are only like 2 months into it, many times I have felt overwhelmed, and a lot of the clients have been saying that as well. There is that energy of a push happening. So let's do this together. Yeah, let's remind ourselves and hold the space for each other. I'm glad you guys could resonate with it. Yeah. So quickly write down the things that you're worrying about it. And definitely it's not filled. Your whole head is not filled with things. When you write it down, I can guarantee nearly 3 to 4 is the spots that you are worried about. That's it. Or maybe some of you hardly anything as well if you have been practicing many other spiritual things. But it depends on where we are today with what has happened today, earlier, or this week as well. That is in that collectiveness. Yeah. So with that, lie down, sit down comfortably, as long as you're not driving. Yes, you're okay to receive this healing energy. If so, you can also get into my YouTube and listen to it. Yeah. So get comfortable. Just going to play the music. For those who are Reiki healers, you will notice your own energy is gently flowing in. Hope you can listen to that. Can someone confirm? Perfect. Thank you. All right, okay. So sitting comfortably, eyes closed, taking a nice deep breath into the belly and breathing out. Taking a nice deep breath and breathing out. And just repeating in your mind, just for today, do not worry. Just for today, I bring peace. Just for today, I let go of worries. Now calling upon the Reiki energy and visualize this beautiful energy flowing through your crown. Feel the intense or gentle energies around your crown center, the top of the head, relaxing and calming your thoughts. Visualize a beautiful violet ball of light spinning and clearing any stagnant energies at your crown center. Then state your intentions, the healing to be received for your highest good, to the chakras that need healing and balance. Now visualize the energy moving into your third eye. And visualize a beautiful indigo light spinning at your third eye. Taking a nice deep breath, visualize the energy moving into your solar plexus chakra, upper belly. and asking the Reiki guides, angels, and your spirit guides to give you guidance regarding the situations that you are working with, to give you the inspiration and new ideas as you're creating this beautiful space to receive that. And visualize the Reiki energy flowing in your auric field and cleansing any energies that are toxic or draining you, and shifting back into cleansed energies which are expanding your aura. Visualize a beautiful golden light from your crown to the feet. And thanking the Reiki energy and the guides for his assistance and guidance at this most important moment. Slowly connecting back to your physical body, taking a nice deep breath and breathing out, breathing in and out. At your heart center, visualize a beautiful light shining, and visualize every one of our lights are being connected. And this beautiful light has the healing energies, the strength to heal. And visualize this light spreading to the people that are currently suffering or in hard situations, and to Ukraine to bring peace. Feel that energies of the expansion and collectiveness going to all the situations that you have been dealing with. And surrender. And now slowly bring your energies back to yourself, into your body, into your auric self. Taking a deeper breath and breath out. Slowly to the number 71. Being conscious of your body, of your room that you're in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Deeper breath. 2, 1. Slowly coming back to the present and taking a little stretch and having some water to ground yourself. Welcome back, everyone. Let me know by the love hearts or in the comments if you're back. Love that. Thank you. Felt cold. Cold is good. These energies, when you feel a slight discomfort to the usual, means they are working and energy is being shifted and being released. Thank you guys for being part of this. So wonderful to be doing this collective work and shifting the energies. Remember, shining your light is the most important thing that we are doing. And just bringing us into that flow and allowing life to be easier. So here is your mantra for the week. Just for today, do not worry. Just for today, bring the peace. For those who are new to me, you can support my work by clicking follow if you love this and you want to be back for the next series. Don't forget to click attend so you do get a reminder notification as well. And if you would love to do an energy exchange, most welcome to click the donation button. And yeah, no matter what it is, if you feel drawn to, totally grateful for that. And also, as it's being shared with Insight Timer, we are so grateful for your donations. I do hear there is some difficulties on the donations coming through. Someone mentioned, I think the last time, is you need to be on the screen for a little longer until it says it's complete. Yeah. Other ways you can do is there is also podcast and meditations up on my tracks. You can listen to and leave a review. So your reviews will also mean a lot to us. So the work is being noticed a lot more. Thank you, Karen, Madeleine, Sandy. That was beautiful. Yeah, it was beautiful and intense. So next week on Tuesday, we'll be bringing another Reiki principle and doing the distance healing. So being in that collectiveness, let's do the group healing as well. The next one I have scheduled is for Thursday, 10:30, Oracle card readings with angels. So if you're drawn to or you have been before, you know what it is like. We'll be drawing up the cards, so depending on the energy is there, and share the reading. So again, I think after we close this, you'll be getting a notification. You can click attend. Are you guys fully back to yourself? How do you feel? Have you felt like emptying? Have you felt like less thoughts are there in your mind? Or what is the state of your processing? Way more calm, yes. and because we are not thinking so much. And this is the best space to put your intentions into the work you want to do, with new ideas to flow in, and see yourself moving forward in your life. And that's what happens when you take all of that worries, is the calmness, the peace that comes in. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Karen. Hope you find more peace. Yeah. And just be there in that moment for a little longer, in that space that's being created to you, and witness what this energy is rolling up to you. So with that, I'll take a leave now, guys. We'll see you on Thursday. Thank you so much for hanging out here and being in this group. Lots of love to each one of you. Take care. Make sure you feel grounded. Make sure you're drinking water, and journal down some of the process. Thank you so much, guys. Namaste. See you soon. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu.